Hi everybody, it's Dr. Motti Charter back again for another hoot. What a crazy year has it been. In the US, we had lots of successful stuff going on. In Israel, not so much. I'm not talking about politics here, I'm talking about the charter group Birdcams. In the US, we had the two successful barn owl pairs. Unfortunately, in Israel, we had lots of siblicide. We had an intruder that predated barn owl nest. We had a little owl pair that the female was sick, hasn't laid, maybe connected, maybe not. Lesser kestrels didn't breed, common kestrels didn't breed. Griffon Vultures nestlings doing great. We did have one successful barn owl nest. Another one hopefully will fledge its last nestling. Lots and lots of stuff is going on. If you like this comment, don't forget to subscribe. Let's get into it. We're here in barn owl Israel, Ramon Kim. We started off with two nestlings this week, but the older one dominated the food. The parents were not bringing enough, and the older nestling was just taking and eating all the prey. The younger of the two just wasn't getting enough to eat. This is always hard to watch, but this is a harsh reality of nature. As we know, these things frequently happen. Look at how cute that guy is, mimicking his parents, with some head bopping, which is so common with barn owls. So curious. You know, their ears are actually located in different heights, so that's what they do. Fortunately, the younger of the two died. Here the adult was trying to move it out of the box. It happened, didn't get enough food, and we had a heat wave. Fortunately, these things happen, so it's a common thing. So we have the one nestling left. This guy is cute. The mother actually is competing with the nestling in some way and form because the male's feeding them, and she's taking a lot of the food and trying to eat it herself and not giving it to the nestling. So they're indirectly competing. At some point, she needs to go out and hunt too, but we don't want her to do that because then the nestling will be free and open from an intruder. So it's important that they're there, but then they have to divide the food up, and she's also hungry. So but the nestling thus far is getting enough food, growing, standing up, walking around, and kind of a curious stage. Really, really cute. Started doing some of the pouncing here. Well, not so successful, but this is part of their learning process they do inside of the nest. Starts to play around here, goes out, picks up the egg. These things are just very common that they start practicing and hunting, building up their hunting skills, their wing muscles. All this stuff happens while the nestling is inside of the box. So the nestling has learned, this is a father brought prey, has learned to eat very fast. Because there is that competition sometimes with the mother. So the nestling swallows the prey as fast as possible, which is very, very important. Here, you look at here, you can see the male brought the prey. The mother aggressively goes, I want the prey, but the nestling luckily grabbed it and ate it for himself. There's just not enough prey this year to the point that the mother is competing with a nestling, which is not a normal thing. Typically, the mother is the one that protects and feeds the nestling, but the male is not able to bring enough food. So there's a slight competition. Hopefully, there's enough. Here you can see the head bopping, the curiosity of the nestling. So cute. So so the female is very aggressive and gets very excited when the male brings the food. This is kind of unusual. There's not enough food, so she gets overly excited. She's also hungry, and then the nestling literally has to run after the female in order to try to grab the food from her. Typically, the female immediately gives the nestling the food, but not in this case at all. You see here, it's the nestling is trying to grab it from the female. She does not want to give it to the nestling at all. And the poor nestling in this case almost has no chance. The female decided, no, I'm going to eat this mouse. You're not going to get it. And the nestling's not going to get it. But hopefully the father will bring more prey, in that the female will let the nestling eat the next one. Here, look at here, the female, again, overly excited, jumps in the box and literally jumps on the nestling by accident. She's a bit awkward, this one. But again, it's just her being so excited when the male brings the prey because she's hungry, which is not a normal thing. But obviously the nestling's also hungry. And look at them here, you know, the old between the legs trick. And look at how fast he gobbles down the prey. He does no playing around with the prey. He knows that he has to eat it as soon as possible because the mother may take it. Look at here, we have invasive minor birds. This is why the female needs to stay in the box. If she was not there, these minors could potentially enter in the box and kill this lone nestling. He's still a little bit small. When he's older, he'll be able to defend himself. I'm not sure at this age if he would be able to do it. And in the end of the day, the mother does love the nestling, and look at the preening and the time together. These are just harsh realities of nature when there's not enough food. So keep an eye out for this cam. I really, really hope the pair will be able to raise at least this one nestling. If they do, it'll be a great success. So we're in Israel barn owl cam number 1. Here we had a great success, 3 nestlings fledged. This week we got to see the nestling here. One of the nestling comes back to the box and immediately is mobbed by those pesky invasive minor. But these are full grown, at least fully sized barn owl and can protect herself. And here she goes into the box during the daytime. She'll learn not to do this because when barn owls are out during the day, they can be mobbed. But during this week, we had 1 or 2 nestlings fledging in the box. During the nighttime, we could see them. The third one, I'm not sure what happened. It may be completely fledged from the area. Where the other 2 were staying around inside of the box, roosting during the week. Always great to see the fledging still around. This day, there was only 1 inside of the box. And lastly, in the end of the week, today they all fledged. So look at here how fast these minors. First day, no barn owls in the box. A minor immediately goes in. It may want to breed in a box. This time, it looks like it just grabbed an owl pellet, maybe looking for food. But these invasive minors are just so opportunistic. First day, they may try to breed in here. Hopefully not as an invasive species. We do not want to help them breed. So keep an eye out for this box. Hopefully the fledglings will come back to roost soon. So in our barn owl Florida cams, not much going on. Here we had an owl come in barn owl Florida cam number 1. It's already too hot. Summertime, they're not going to breed now. Probably not. So hopefully they'll breed in the fall time. Which barn owls, they typically can breed 1 or 2 or even 3 broods. In our channel, we've only had 2. So we're hoping that these guys will breed in the fall, so keep an eye out for them. We're here in our favorite little owl live stream, our cam with the squeaky little owls that you know I always love these guys. This is where the case where the female was sick. I have to make a video about that a couple weeks ago. Some sort of neurological problem, but the pair is continuing to court on top of the box and inside of the box. So I'm not sure what's going on. It could be the female's unable to lay. Could be she has some sort of problem because the male's doing his best to continue this courting up. At some point, he'll probably give up, even though the little owls do keep their territory throughout the year. But it's a very, very weird thing going on with these little owls. It's so sad, too, because really, these guys are just so entertaining and fun to see. Really great, a lot of fun to see them. And the different prey that they eat, even rodents, snakes, lizards, insects, like literally everything. And as I said, the pairs continue courting inside of the box. So let's hope that finally the female will lay. And sooner or later, because it's getting into late in the breeding season, later it becomes the harder it is to raise young. So keep an eye out for them. We're here in our favorite Griffon Vulture live cam. Look at here, we got our handicapped parents protecting their tiny nestling. There's a bunch of ravens. Ravens are huge, intelligent crows that also breed in the area. And the pair keeps an eye on them because ravens are predators and can eat nestlings. But as long as the ravens are around, you see the parents, even though they're handicapped, they have their eyes out on them. Look at how cute this guy is growing. You can see as his crop is full. parents are doing a tremendous job, as they always do. Look at here. We don't. It's not a sight, but you see the mother there. Raven approached the nest a little bit too much, and the mother striked and scared it away. Here, the mother is providing the nestling some water or food. They do such a great job, and we were lucky that we had the fledgling from last year come back from Africa and visit the feeding station right next to the box last year. So actually, this nestling's a big adopted sibling visited by. So these guys are great. Look at how cute this is. You guys gotta watch this camera. You'll think differently about vultures, especially this handicap vulture. They're amazing. Watch them. So we're here in our common Kestrel camera. That Kestrel did not breed this year. We have pigeons, and we have the female the pair has 2 eggs and a squab that's fledged, a nestling that fledged. So they're continuing to feed this guy. He's coming and going, flying around. Becoming a little bit more independent while the parents are incubating the egg. There he comes on top of the box. Really, really cute. Hopefully the nestling will fledge before the 2 other nestlings will hatch, because as we saw in Barnell Israel camp number 4, these fledglings potentially can kill or injure other small siblings when they come to the nest. And as I said, in Israel Barnall Cam number 4, there's also the 2 pigeon pair with the other 2 pairs outside of the box. Inside the box, there's sparrows. So lots going on here. Unfortunately, the squab, the fledgling of this box killed the latest hatching nestling, and the other egg didn't hatch. So the pair is obviously courting away. They never give up, these guys, always courting. And here inside of the box, there's actually a house sparrow. Look at that, the fledgling, the squab wing slaps it down, getting a little bit stronger. So keep an eye out them, they'll probably lay soon. So I really hope you like this video. Another week has gone by. I want to thank all you for your participation in the chats. Writing timestamps is really helps us. So thank you all for watching. Thank for all the moderators that do an amazing job. Without you, I would not be able to do this. A lot of stuff goes on behind the scenes. Almost all of the technical difficulties that happen to cameras, the moderators let me know very fast, way before that I even get to see it. So thank you so much. If you like this comment and could help, we need your donations. I put a link in the description. So thank you for all the people that have donated. There's a non-profit project. So if you like this content, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Keep on watching. Hoot ya later.